Ryan Ham here, and what you see before you is an internet forum that purports to have some information on the R51. So, yeah, it's been 2 years now since I sent my R51 back to Remington. So this is the second annual R51 Facepalm update, and we will go into this as gingerly as possible. I'm not really angry. I'm just real disappointed in Remington that they have not followed through and gotten me the gun that they've promised for so long. So we'll get right into it. There's a post on this forum that says, it's by a guy who's essentially trying to get answers just like I have. He's being pretty aggressive and questioning Remington and going through several hoops to try and get to a person that will give him some information. And what he says is, the last person I emailed yesterday sent my email up the chain to someone that truly cares about the image of the company for which he works. That person told me the testing that has been going on has been extremely successful and the R51 will be going back into production. There is one single part that was holding up the final acceptance, but the final tweaking was done in December so that it would comply with the requirements. Had it not been accepted, they would have had to redesign the tooling for the frame. Those requirements are based off of a maximum amount of rounds that it has been designed to handle, and I think that's like 5,000, for the extended life of the pistol before any part has to be replaced. All of the production line R51 pistols are being shot each day and then evaluated, and then put through the same testing again until they have been tested to meet those maximum amount of rounds. So it's kind of wordy, but essentially what he's saying is they're working on it. A new version of the R51, with all of its approved parts functioning the way it is supposed to be, is in the final firing testing and will be going into production as soon as these tests are complete. Notice he says they will be going into production. So that's what he's being told. Luckily, there are a number of other people who are saying similar things. The Firearms blog actually did a tour of the Huntsville, Alabama plant, and at the time, I guess they asked questions. They say, and I quote, "To answer what you must be thinking right now, no, the R51 isn't dead, and it will be released in its improved form." And this was from February 19th, so it's been less than a month ago that they said that. Here's another one from a Remington Forum. Just got this back today from Remington. Good morning. The gun is scheduled for the second quarter of this year. It has been approved, and sometime during the second quarter, we will start shipping them. Well, the second quarter implies April, May, and June. Okay, so I should be seeing mine April 1st. I should be getting my R51 on April Fool's Day. Ha! Okay. I'll believe it when I see it. If there's a package on my door on April Fool's Day, I will be very happy. This one is from the wonderful source American Rifleman, who had glowing reviews about the R51 and when it first came out. Now, 2 years later, they don't even wipe the egg off their face. They just say, John D. Pedersen's Model 51 inspired the new R51, which Remington says will be re-released this year. And that's actually from the March 18th article on 200 years of Remington. One final joke. This goes to what the American Rifleman article was saying. It's a YouTube video that was published, and shortly after it was published, it was unlisted. You can't actually find it unless you have a link. And I've got links to all of these articles down in the doobly-doo below, so feel free to go and click through on those, and they'll tell you basically the uncondensed version of what I've just told you. On March 2nd of 2016, the NRA Pubs channel for YouTube published a R51 pistol review, which is strange 2 years after it's come out and almost 2 years after it was recalled. So I think everybody's got the same thing in their head, that Remington does actually intend to re-release this pistol. We'll see. If you have any questions that I haven't answered with this, there's not a whole lot of news. Remington's basically keeping hush-hush most of the time, but they do let a few of these slip, and I try to catch as many of them as possible. I've also got, I wouldn't call them spies, but I've got sources, and every single source that I rely on, that I believe in, that's given me good information in the past, they're all telling me pretty much the same thing, that yes, Remington intends to re-release the pistol. There were apparently 50 produced that have been in testing for a little while. Take all this with a grain of salt. I am not an insider. I am just trusting that all the sources that I have and all of the internet sources are saying the same thing, and I might see my R51 on April Fool's Day. This is Ryan Ham. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, favorite, share, whatever you'd like to do. I'll see you at the range.